What up, everybody? It's your boy PTK Bland back with another video. Sorry about the delay. I did say yesterday I tweeted out that I was going to put up another video. Did not get around to doing it. Had some things going on at home, so I do apologize for that, everybody. But I'm back today. As promised, I said I got a great video to put up today. So first, I want to start off for just saying thank you for everything that you guys have done for my channel. Coming to subscribe, coming to comment and rate. My last video that I did, where we had that huge surprise with Aaron Greenberg just randomly showed up. There's now over 1,000 views, got a ton of likes. I really appreciate it. That shows you guys love the content. So I'm going to keep doing everything in my power to provide great content for my fan base and just for everybody that wants to listen. So on to today's video. So the topic I kind of want to hit on today is something that we throw back and forth on Twitter. Something is, fanboys, I guess you could say we throw back and forth in this console war, and that's ultimately the sales matter. Now, there's a few key points that I want to hit on. So the first key point I want to touch on is why do sales matter? Because they do matter. I don't care what you say. They do matter. So there are a few reasons why they do matter. Ultimately, it's just to kind of gauge interest in the console, and it shows how successful the console is for the investors and for consumers. That's why we get NPDs every month. So they do matter. Be it the fact that the PlayStation 4 has been the leading console pretty much this entire generation shows that it's in a healthy spot that is performing well, as is the Xbox One. It may not be as selling as well as the PS4, but it's definitely selling as well. As matter of fact, it's far better than the 360 at this point in its life cycle. So MS is pretty happy with that. So the second key point I want to touch on is why don't they matter? Because they're not everything. A lot of people use them in conversations and in this fanboy war stuff to kind of use it as an endpoint and say that's it. Ultimately, we're winning the sales war. That's what matters. I beg to differ. I think I'm kind of along the lines of gameplay, and games have always been the most relevant thing in consoles. So ultimately, like I said, there's a lot of things that influence sales. You got to take everything into context. The Xbox One got off to a horrible start. It's probably as bad as the PS3 did last generation. So it took a huge hit in public perception and in the media just throughout the internet. I mean, they literally got trashed the first 6 months of 2013. They spent that entire year trying to dig themselves out of a hole. So you got to take everything in context also. They didn't launch in nearly as many countries as the PS4. So a lot of that has to account for sales. And that's why a lot of them don't ultimately matter. Then you have things like games, franchises pushing console sales. We're more digital now than anything. And a lot of times digital sales don't get counted, whether it be a console or a game. So a lot of times that happens also too. So it's real more context. It's not just, hey, we're selling more, so our console is better, which a lot of fanboys like to use. That's definitely not the case, in my opinion. So the final thing I want to touch on is sales going forward for each console. So now, if you look at the PlayStation 4, they really honestly don't have to do much. They pretty much have to just stay the course where they're at. They've been selling like crazy. The console has been selling like well. Like I said, their strategy is more third-party, big marketing deals, Call of Duty, Star Wars, which has been successful for that company. Financially, they're still not doing well. Pretty much that PlayStation division is ultimately keeping the lights on at that place. I'm gonna be 100% funky with you. A lot of times people like to not bring that up and say that they like to treat PlayStation separate from Sony, but that's definitely not the case. The Sony brand, the PlayStation brand, is underneath that same umbrella. So if your company as a whole is losing money, it's definitely going to affect that brand. We see it with them not really being able to pump out the type of exclusives that they used to prefer. Now they're going with the marketing deals over first party content. So I think they're still going to continue to sell well. They have some things down the pipeline. Hopefully, like I said, I don't own a PlayStation 4 as of yet. I'm waiting for Gears or something like that, Uncharted maybe to drop. Maybe I'll get one at that point. So for the Xbox moving forward, I think that's going to be a fantastic time. It's a great time right now to be an Xbox gamer. And shout out to Aaron Greenberg. I kind of want to paraphrase what he kind of said on my podcast a few days ago about how they're really not focused on anything outside of putting their best foot forward and putting the product that their fan base and their consumers want to see. And I think that it's pretty much like a build it and they will come strategy. If you make good shit, people are going to come play it. That's pretty much the whole basis of what he was saying in a nutshell. And I agree with that 100%. Pump out great quality things that your fan base and your consumers like to see. People are going to jump on board whether they like to or not. I know 2 years ago I had some hardcore Android buddies say they'd never buy an iPhone. Now they all have iPhones. So eventually you build quality things, people are going to get on board with it, whether they like it or not, whether they want to or not. But I just see from this Xbox community that I'm a part of, most of the guys actually have PS4s. So, and they're fair, they're honest guys. And we're at this point waiting for something to play. So in our community, as I should say, it's more prevalent of gameplay, games, features, things like that moving forward. The PlayStation 4 has kind of been a little stagnant over the few months. They do have the Paris show coming up. They have PlayStation Experience coming up. So they'll probably have some new things in the pipeline there. Hopefully we can see some great stuff from those two events that they have going. And like I said before, Phil Spencer and Co. always moving innovation forward. Microsoft 100% behind Xbox division. It's hopefully it's going to turn a profit here soon. I think it's been pretty profitable. Even with the Minecraft acquisition, they've pretty much made that money up already. Within a year that they've actually purchased that IP, so that was a huge win for Xbox as a whole, also too. So I think both consoles are going to do well moving forward. I do see more growth from the Xbox platform. Do feel like they're going to dominate this holiday as they did last year, due to having the exclusives that they have, the lineup that they have, the features that they have, the new UI coming here pretty soon. So, and not too much going on the PlayStation side this Christmas, this holiday. So I think Xbox will be the clear cut winner there. And just to put some things in perspective, I did some looking at some numbers last generation, and the US and UK market accounted for about 30 to 35% of the overall video game market. And those are the two biggest markets for Microsoft and Xbox. So if they can catch up in those markets, I think they'll be fine. As you can see, even last generation, the two consoles pretty much finished neck and neck. I believe the 360 ended up at this point selling more than the PS4, but they're pretty neck and neck. So I think as Microsoft, if they perform well in those two countries, in those two markets, they'll be fine as they traditionally have. They'll kill this holiday with the exclusive lineups that they have, and I think they'll do well. So that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. I just want to get your opinions on what do you guys think about sales? Do they matter? If they matter to you, fine. Ultimately, do they not? It's like I said, for me, I don't really think they matter in the full context of video games. At the end of the day, it's all about having fun, playing games that you want to play, having the features there, having the content there. So that's what matters to me. So thanks, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And this is another one for the books. I got some actually planned up for you guys also too. Want to give you guys a little tidbit. I got a great video planned on for Friday. I'm going to have another guest on. Hopefully me and him can get a time patch down. We'll get it knocked out and have some more great content for you guys. But other than that, you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Blam out.